Yeah, from our personal point of view, we got the early goal and looked to be the dominant team for that 25-minute period, and then obviously goalkeeper's mistake has let Leeds back in it, and from then on we were sort of on the back foot and never really sort of threatened the Leeds goal the second half, and probably definitely over the course of the game, Leeds were the better team and they were more instinctive and better than us.
You know, I says in the commentary to Tom, that goal seemed to affect your players, you know, because as you say, you're playing quite well, a few shots on target, and the goalkeeper makes a mistake. Big turning point in the game, that side.
Well, it is, and you can't let goals affect you, can you? You've got to make sure that sort of you're resilient, and you make sure that for the next period of time you don't concede quickly, and we did that. Luciano scored the goal, and we put on the back foot. But the second half, from our point of view, was disappointing. We didn't pass the ball well enough, never looked a threat. I don't think we've threatened Paddy Kenny all afternoon. And the other side of the game, we didn't stop Leeds from playing and passing the ball forward and pick up in the box. So all round, it's been a bad day for us. But we've got a young team who will learn from this experience, and hopefully come the end of the season we're somewhere round about the playoffs.
And your injury situation, Simon, the boys Southern suspended, big blow to you?
Well, it's not ideal when you got Beckford out. Vaughan's only just come back and had 30 minutes today. Keith Sutton out, so yeah, but you can't use that opportunities for excuses. Other players have come into the team and had an opportunity to play in a local derby, a good environment, a good atmosphere, and one or two players have let themselves down today.
Simon, you watched us at Millwall, and you know, you see a big difference between the Leeds United performance today and the performance at Millwall?
Yeah, definitely. I think in the last week you can sense the lift about the club with the takeover going through. The two new players have, no matter who had come in, but from the Premier League, I think it would have given everybody a lift as well. Looked like the team are passing the ball a little bit more. They're not as predictable as they were at Millwall when I saw them play. And they've got some good experienced players. I think Leeds now, when you look at Green, Norris, Tong and Thomas, all experienced Championship players and Premiership players, and that was probably the difference today.
Simon, I know you're concerned with Huddersfield Town, but did you see anything in Leeds United today that makes you think they can get in that top six this season? Well,
I think Leeds are like many clubs. On the day they can beat anybody, and on another day they can get beat. So I think a week ago everybody's talking about the doom and gloom at Leeds. Yeah. Probably about 3-4 weeks ago everybody's talking how well we were doing, and that's how quickly seasons can change round. We win next week against Bolton, might kickstart our season again. It's a long season for everybody, so I never got carried away on our point of view when we've done well, and I'm sure Neil won't be getting too carried away, because you can't get too down when you have bad periods as well.
The thing about it is, as you mentioned your own injury situation, your suspensions, you know, when you get players back, as Neil Warnock knows, 2 new players in, however they're performing, it gives everybody a lift.
Well, it does. You heard the reaction of the crowd when we brought James Vaughan on. He was only going to get 25-30 minutes at the most today, because he's only just come back training on Thursday, I think it was. So I think when we've got everybody fit, and that's no excuse for today, that we can compete with anybody in this team. Beckford, Vaughan, Church, all good players. Southern's been outstanding for us. So we've been affected by that in the last 2 games, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse.
And what about the Leeds United team, Simon? What players impressed you most today?
Well, I think when you looked at Paul Green, he had the energy from wide right. It caused problems in around that area. Him and Sam Byron, we knew that would be a threat down that right-hand side. Luciano obviously finished his goal very well. So I think it was more of a team performance from Leeds rather than sort of many individual performances.
Simon, just a final question from me. Are you kind of in some way glad that this game there's a lot of build-up, a lot of talk, a lot of hype about this game? You can kind of focus now on the rest of the league?
Well, it wasn't affecting me, to be fair. I did my press conference the other day, and I said I would be respectful to both sets of supporters. Hence why when Leeds United fans were probably trying to wind Huddersfield fans up by singing my name, I wasn't reacting to that, and people take offence to that. Well, I apologise, but I'm employed by Huddersfield Town now. I'm bitterly disappointed with how my team played today, regardless of being against Leeds. If we'd lost like this against Bolton or anybody else, I'd be just as disappointed.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much, Simon.
We'll see you at Ellen Road later on in this season, of course. Nice for Simon Grayson to join us here live at the John Smith Stadium.